Hey everyone, this is Kim with Abundant Life Tarot, and it is that time again. We are doing our August monthly life, love, and abundance readings. And normally we've been working with the Mildred Payne Secret Pocket Oracle as our main feast for our readings. We incorporate a lot of different oracles, but the main feast was the Mildred Payne Secret Pocket Oracle. This month, I decided to change it up a little bit and bring in the Numinous Tarot as our main course because I've been dying to use it for readings for others and I haven't really yet, and this is a perfect opportunity to start utilizing this deck and incorporating it into my tarot practice. And then also because I wanted to give the Mildred a rest. She has been working hard and strong. She is also one of my more popular decks for my paid client readings. And yeah, I thought we'll give the Mildred a rest. We'll try out a tarot deck and see how it goes. This is a general reading. So for those who really want some more specific information about your specific situation, I would suggest that you head on over to abundantlifetarot.com or to my Etsy shop, Abundant Life Shop, to check out my reading options. I even have a monthly forecast reading, and it can be specifically tailored to you, whereas this is a general reading and it's divided by astrological signs, and of course it can't encompass every specific thing for every person who's watching these videos. But how we work around that is by having a reading that's tailored and made for you and your situation. So just wanted to say that, as a quick little reminder that this is a general reading. So with all that being said, sit back, relax, and enjoy. This reading, or all of the readings, are time-stamped, so you can bypass everyone else's readings and go specifically to your sign and get yourself a nice beverage, kick back, and enjoy. Much love, many blessings for the month of August for all of you. Hi Cancers, this is Kim, and I am doing your monthly Life, Love, and Abundance Oracle and Tarot reading for the month of August. First up, we're working with the Dear Heart Oracle. We are looking at the overarching energies for the month of August for Cancers. Spirit, what's in the forecast, the energetic forecast for Cancers in the month of August? And junction cards would be great. Thank you. Okay. There's some cards coming out. So the first card that jumped was Shadow Self. And make sure I can everything in there. Shadow Self. Creativity. Wounded. And passion. So we'll look more into those energies in just a moment. I'm going to lay out all the cards and then discuss it in detail. But right off the bat, I can see that there's been some healing and shadow work taking place for the Cancers, and finally there's some movement and growth happening. So we'll go into that in just a moment. Next up, we're going to look at what do we need to confront? What do Cancers need to confront, or what will they be facing, or what's coming up for them in the month of August in life and love? In life and love, what's coming up, or what will they be confronting? What will Cancers be confronting? Okay. What will they be confronting in life and love? Okay. Let's scoot everything up because it's got going to probably be a big spread, more than likely. Next up, what tools will Cancer and can Cancer use to help manifest what they wish to manifest in life and love and abundance? What tools will Cancers be utilizing and have at their disposal? We have Explorer, Knight of Tomes. And then we have Five of Bells, which is like Five of Wands. This is like Knight of Pentacles. Any other additional tools, Spirit? The Nurturer, which is the Empress. Nice. Okay. And then we have what's going to happen. What will Cancers be leaving in August? What's the outcome card? What will they be leaving and what will they be taking forward into September? We have Three of Vials, which is Three of Cups, so that's a nice outcome card. What's happening? What will happen? What will Cancers leave in August and or take with them into September? The Shadow, the Devil, which is coming up again in the Oracle portion of the reading. Make sure you guys can see all that. Okay. Last outcome card, please. For Cancers in the month of August, what will they be leaving behind and or taking with them to September? Eight of Tomes, hard work, and the Founder, the Emperor. You got some powerful stuff going on this month, Cancers, that's for sure. So we're going to just dive right on in. Just trying to make sure all the cards can be seen. Almost there, diving in. I want to put out some more Oracle. What life changes will be happening for Cancers in the month of August? Okay. Okay. Interesting. Okie dokie. We have healthcare change. Leaving. That's interesting. Okay. Next up is for abundance. What's the abundance forecast for Cancer in the month of August, and advice on how Cancers can bring more abundance into their life in August and beyond? Jumper card, please. Oh. Face your financial fears. It is safe for you to receive. Okay. Next up is romance for single and coupled up Cancers. What's happening in the month of August and what advice do you have for Cancers for the month of August, both single and coupled? Okay. Let go of control issues. Almost done with the shuffling part. I would edit it out, but then the fun part is the shuffling to see the whole process for me. I only deal with jumping cards primarily, 95% of the time. Release your ex. Nice. Any messages? 3. Any more messages for Cancers? Coupled and single, 2, 1. Okay, and finally, what do Cancers need to surrender in the month of August to have a wonderful August and a wonderful start to September? What do they need to surrender? Okay, all right. Surrender to the wisdom of your body. So good. All right, let's put you here. I think we can fit everything. Okay, on the screen. Here we go. So, first up, what we were talking about here is shadow self. And it's no coincidence that the shadow self is popping up throughout the month of August for Cancers. You're really going within and really coming back from without, or coming out on the other side, being a changed person. For some of you, July was dealing with a lot of shadowy stuff work, and now in August, this is kind of showing you that, yeah, you may still be dealing with some issues surrounding like internal feelings and like letting go of certain things and transgressions that have happened against you. But this card is saying that, hey, you're still a work in progress, you're still working on it, and it's still unfolding. It's still unfolding, but it is still definitely playing a part in your life, because we have the Devil card in the outcome position of what will happen, what will you be leaving in August and taking forward into September. And we have the Shadow, the Devil, with something bounding you, some negative thought patterns. Even though you may have left a situation, as we see in the leaving card, you may have left it, you may have physically removed from that situation, but you're still having to extricate yourself mentally and emotionally, whether it's leaving a job. You know, maybe you left a job last month, or maybe you're leaving a job, or you're planning to leave. Maybe you're planning to leave a relationship. The leaving card came up for life changes. Perhaps you're doing those things and you're still being you're still being tied, where you feel like you can't relax. You're just on guard all the time. You're in a negative thought pattern process still, and it seems to be the case even at the end of the month of August going into September. So it's an opportunity for you to work on, and so you know, maybe it's past addictions finally coming to roost and affecting your health even. So let's continue. We have creativity. So an antidote to all the shadow work that you've been doing is following your creative juices and seeing where they take you. You are finding yourself writing more, doing more artwork, even just styling clothes for yourself and others. It's a creative outlook. Maybe for some of you, you're astrologists or tarot readers. You're finding a lot of ways to be creative in your own way. It is not only, this creativity is not only helping in healing some shadow self issues, it's helping to heal wounds that have come as a result of being in a job that doesn't appreciate you. You maybe had stayed too long, or perhaps being in a relationship that wounded you and you stayed too long. Now, the creativity is like the medicine for, you know, navigating your shadow work and the healing wounds, and then bringing back the passion in your life that had been gone for so long. But in the leaving, you're making room for that passion to come. What's interesting here is we have the Four of Vials. The Four of Vials is about, and this is the Four of Cups, and this is the Numinous Tarot, by the way. It's about being a little, you know, disenchanted, a little despondent about what the options are before you, looking out, not being satisfied, looking at others and feeling like their life is better. That's at the start of the month of August for Cancers, feeling like there's so much more out there, but I can't see what's before me. And it's important to start shifting your focus back to what's before you. You have a lot of opportunities to create in love, create in life, create in passion pursuits, but you need to stop focusing on what others got going on or what you don't have, and start focusing on and being grateful for what you do have. We have the Six of Vials coming up, and what will you be confronting? You will be confronting and opportunities where you're able to hang with friends or maybe even go on dates where it feels quite nostalgic. The relationship interactions with this person or these people feel old school, like you guys have known each other for a long time. It's even for some of you who are starting to date again, you may be meeting someone who kind of reminds you of someone maybe you once dated. You guys feel so familiar with one another, and you just love giving and sharing with them, and then receiving, you know, whatever gifts of company that they give you, you know, where they are spending time with you. So it's a beautiful time once you're able to kind of work on some of that shadowy self stuff and start to get creative, and maybe that getting through that creativity piece and really pursuing your passions is going to help you move into the Six of Cups or Six of Vials place. The Wheel of Fortune is also in the what do we need to confront this week. You know, everything has a cycle. Everything goes in cycles. And so maybe in the past you were in a cycle that was on a down slope where you weren't really making a lot of money. You weren't able to even have access to opportunities to make money to really sustain you. But now things are shifting and moving up. And it's a beautiful thing, because at first you didn't feel like that was going to happen, but things are finally starting to look up. I mean, we have here, face your financial fears. When you are honest with yourself about fears of success or failure, they can no longer control you. Again, I have a feeling it's something to do with the shadow or the devil card. Be free of hidden fears by exposing them to the light of awareness, and you'll realize that you in fact have nothing to fear, and that every successful person has struggled with and released these self-doubts. So again, you're probably in negative thought patterns, Cancer, about your life, and I get a sense of that, you know, just with this particular card. But you need to face your fears and acknowledge where you are, but really, in just the acknowledgement part, that's just showing you baseline where you're at, not where you're going to end up. Remember that. You know, we all have to start somewhere in our financial life, and it may not be pretty where we start, but at least we're starting. All right. It is safe for you to receive. The more you allow yourself to receive, the more resources you have available to share with others. Open your arms to receive and be a conduit for good and be a conduit for good coming to you through you as it blesses the world. It is safe for you to receive. This card is also about receiving, giving and receiving. So in the month of August, Cancers, you're going to be in a situation where maybe you're training others and you're being trained. Perhaps you are giving or donating to others, and then people are, you know, investing in your business or in your job. Perhaps it's, you know, give and take in friendships or relationships. There's going to be a lot of, you know, opportunities for you to feel the safety of the actions of receiving and giving, and how important it is to the overall cycle of, you know, manifesting abundance for everyone. What tools? And then what I find interesting before we move on from, you know, what's happening, we have the surrender to the wisdom of your body. It says, listen to your body's messages about a person or situation. If you feel physically drained or uncomfortable, be cautious. If you are energized and happy, move forward. So Spirit is giving you some clues on what to look out for as you navigate this climate, this political climate. Listen to your intuition, listen to your gut, and see where it takes you and where it goes. I wanted to look in the guidebooks at these particular cards. We have healthcare change. Maybe for some of you, as you quit jobs, you know, your health insurance has changed, so you've had to cram in seeing a doctor, making appointments, and the doctor has some particular health news for you, saying that maybe you need to go on a diet or maybe you need to exercise more. So you're starting to do that while others are waiting for health insurance to kick in. You've gone literally between insurance company moments, and so that's where you're at now. Some of you are just simply wanting to change how you physically feel and being able to have some more success with your health care goals. And then we have leaving. Some of you will be leaving jobs, leaving relationships, leaving homes, and going to new ones. There's just a lot of sense of moving on and moving forward. I wanted to look and see if there's any other buzzwords about those two cards. Let's see. This card is a loving sign for you to protect your health by acknowledging the changes in your body. Most likely you'll seek professional advice from a physician, naturopath, dentist, optometrist, or nutritionist so that you can plan how to best manage your health. Stay positive and also proactive. Preventative treatment is called for as a way to empower you to stay healthy for many years to come. Additional meanings, get a second opinion. So for some of you, you need to get a second opinion, especially if you're not feeling like you're getting the complete answer from your provider. There's nothing wrong with saying, you know, I just want to double checking and seeing if you all are on the same page. Change healthcare providers. Perhaps some of you need to change healthcare providers because they are no longer in alignment with who you are, where you're trying to go, what you're trying to do. And nothing's worse than being counseled by someone who doesn't really know too much about tarot, just knows, hey, people use it. I want to be in community, even with my medical providers who are accepting of who I am and what kind of practices I have and that I use natural remedies, etc. It says study healing. For some of you, it's really about studying healing and becoming a healer and recognizing that you yourself are a healer. It's a beautiful card, and that's underneath the shadow and creativity side. Let's look at leaving. This card confirms that what you already know. It's time to leave a toxic situation. You've done your best to heal the conditions, but sometimes the circumstances become intolerable and the healthiest choices is to move on. This naturally brings up feelings of confusion and insecurity. However, rest assured that whenever you're on the right path, which you are, everything works out for the best. Your departure doesn't need to be sudden or drastic. Like a butterfly building a cocoon, you can plan and prepare for this transition right now. You can even make your exit gradual so that you feel comfortable and secure during this healthy change. Additional meanings for this card is letting go of fear, releasing an addiction, whether it's you or your partner, traveling, a family member leaving home. Interesting. So now let's look at tools. Okay, so we have the Knight of Pentacles. Taking our time, really analyzing what's before us, really discerning what is important to us and why, and really getting clear on that and taking that and moving it forward because it's super important to do it. No one else is really coming in and doing the work except for you. So you're a very integral part of this whole project. And I think that any project that you're starting on in this time period is going to require your attention to detail and your passion and your creativity. So allow it to come through naturally, organically, and be like the Knight of Pentacles or the Explorer of Tomes or Pentacles, and just be methodical and just take your time. Don't feel rushed. And this could be about any situation that you're facing or dealing with. The Five of Bells is talking about making something good out of bad. You know, the bells is about the Wands energy, and you know, these people are looking quite distraught while this person's like feeling like he's a winner. But really, you know, you have to recognize perspectives and that people have different points of view, different perspectives, but in the end we all can get along. So just remember that, you know, it sometimes pays to just be quiet or be in harmony by being quiet and not, you know, keeping something going on and on, keeping a relationship going on that's no longer serving you. It's time to let it go, and you will. And then finally, the Empress card, or the Nurturer, comes up. This is about birthing something, birthing a new connection, birthing an opportunity for my son to help out with my tarot business, you know, things like that. resources. The Empress is about creativity and then providing what is necessary to manifest it. So, for example, in my case, I needed some help with doing mundane stuff with my website. Let's, be like the Empress and call upon that. Call upon my son to help, etc. You're going to be able to be resourceful, but in a Empress kind of way, in an engaged, kind of loving, nurturing kind of way, just like the nurturer. You're going to be supported by the universe in that way, and you yourself are going to be that for others, and you are going to receive that from others. It's going to all kind of flow, but it's a tool that you need to utilize this month to really help maximize the kind of month that you're trying to create here. In the outcome card, we have what's going to happen, what you will be taking with you to September and leaving behind in August. We have 3 of Vials, so that means, camaraderie, connection, celebration, having a good time with friends and family, maybe even just really having a great time, and just enjoying passions of life and celebrating what is no longer happening in your life. Maybe celebrating the finally confronting this month of the shadow self that seems to be kind of haunting you and kind of working your nerves. We have the 8 of Pentacles showing you're going to be hard at work this month. Perhaps you left an old job, you're getting a new job, and you're going to be either traveling or doing a lot of business meetings, or managing or heading a lot of business meetings. A lot of times you're just going to be just constantly trying to get things done and trying to stay steadfast to the course. So you're going to find yourself throughout the month of August just really working diligently and hard, whether you have a daytime job and then moonlighting as something in the past, or not something in the past, but something in the night. You're moonlighting, meaning you're doing some kind of job that's new to you, but it needs to be done for the company. So you're going to be busy. You're going to be busy healing your shadow self in the month of August and healing past wounds. And you're going to be busy, literally busy doing your work and trying to build something new in your life. And then we have the Founder, the Emperor who is in control, the Emperor who is that authoritative figure, who is very sharp and very clear about what he's executing, so that way his kingdom is running smoothly. That is you. You finally will have utilized the tools that you're called to utilize and will be utilizing in the month of August, and then having a powerful end to your month, even though it seemed, at times celebratory, sure, but at other times quite challenging. Maybe you're celebrating here, getting a job, or moving on to a different department, or moving on to a different relationship even, or not being in a relationship. But you still have the shadowy aspects that you're going to be dealing with through the months of August and September at least. But at least it's telling me overall your life is doing good and well, and you should be happy about that. Finally, let's look at some love advice for both single and coupled Cancers. We have let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. I have a message specifically first for my single Cancers. You're going to have to let go of controlling how, a person is manifesting in your life. You're going to have to either take them or leave them. And if you leave them, just be prepared for a lot of backlash. That's just what's going to happen. But if you're ready to stay, then let go of control issues. Surrender and allow things to unfold as they unfold. Have fun, be light, be cool. Otherwise, you're going to hinder opportunities. You're going to hinder people from really wanting to approach you to try to date you, because you've got this air about you that you need to control everything. Let that go. You need to meditate and work on that, because that's going to really not only affect this current relationship with my dog Bishop, for example. If I don't work on my own control issues with him, then it's just going to push Bishop, my dog, away. Same thing with a new partner or with even an existing partner. You push people and things away when you are holding on and squeezing too tight, or it's just not going to work. You got to surrender a little, whether you're in a relationship or not. And then release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. All right, Cancer, some of you, whether you're in a relationship or not, are still thinking and kind of being moved by thinking about the relationship of the past with your significant other. It has been coloring your dating experiences ever since, and it is time to now seriously release them. I do, in my detailed love readings, I do, not just my detailed love readings, but often for my love hangover readings, primarily. Love hangover, even more so than my detailed ones. I have, as part of that reading, a cord cutting ritual that happens during the reading where we are working on releasing your ex, releasing anything that has current ties to you that may be bringing you down or certainly not helping the relationship. You want passion and romance, you have to release your ex. The same thing for people who are in relationships. If you want to have a successful and passionate relationship, you've got to let go of the control issues. You've got to surrender and allow your partner to step up and do some things, and you stop carrying everything. And you need to also release your ex. There's certain behaviors that you've carried on in response to your current mate, whereas like your current mate has never cheated on you, but they are gone for 2 hours and you haven't heard from them, and your mind instantly goes there because you were cheated on by your ex, and you're like, how am I going to be able to trust or this or that? Well, no, it's time to release your ex. It's time to release those energies. It's good to take a look and see if there's anything you could have done to have a different outcome for your relationship with your ex. And then taking from that what it is you need, and then moving on and releasing it, because I can assure you that it is probably affecting your current relationship and your future relationships if you end up breaking up with your current guy or current guys, depending on how many you're dating, So I'm just making sure that we've covered everything. It looks like we have. There's a lot of healing to be had this month, Cancer. There's a lot of initiatives coming into play and into being. And it's an exciting time for you, Cancer, but it is a little emotionally tumultuous with some ups and downs. But ultimately, it is all good. In the end, your hard work will pay off, and you will feel on top at the end of the month emotionally. And this is the energy of the Emperor that you'll be carrying through into September, where you're feeling like a boss, like you're a champion over your life. And yeah, it may be busy, but you feel really solid and connected finally after having to leave a situation that was draining you. You listen to the wisdom of your body, your intuition, and it has guided you to this place where you really are learning and growing and feeling like you can grow with this particular person or situation. So it's going to be fantastic, but it's going to be a little challenging, my Cancers. Much, much love to you, many blessings, and thank you so much for watching. Hi Leo, this is Kim, and I'm doing your August monthly life, love, and abundance reading. And we are going to do the Dear Heart Oracle first for the energetic forecast. And then we are going to use the Numinous Tarot for our main course, and we'll follow up with some additional oracle decks. I feel kind of bad for Cancer because I realized I was super tired yesterday when I was doing their reading, and I realized I was just kind of going off the rails, like into like nether regions of my mind. It was like crazy, and I felt bad because I'm like, I don't even know what I said to them. I have to look back and see what I said, but I'm not going to do it over. But I'm awake and ready for your reading, so let's get started. All right, so we are looking at the overall overarching energies for my Leo friends for the month of August. What will they be facing, dealing with, the energies that are going on for the month of August for our Leo friends? Let's What's cooking and shaking for Leos in life, love, and abundance? Okay. Let's see if we have any other messages. Okay. All right, my lovely Leos. So first card that jumped was letting go. And what we'll do is we'll go into further detail once I lay out all the cards, but I just kind of like to go over the overarching energies first with the dear heart. We have cleanse and we have secrets. Okay, so this is about letting go of relationships that are no longer serving you, letting go of jobs or careers that are no longer fitting where you're trying to go or who you are as a person now. This month is a big season for you of letting go and cleansing energetically, emotionally, physically, energetically, spiritually, everywhere you can think. You are cleansing old wounds. You are cleansing relationships that have broken your heart. Friendships that are just no longer serving you. You're going through a big cleanse moment where you're looking at your hobbies, your interests. If you see that you don't have any, you're cleansing your schedule. You're letting go of things that are no longer serving you. It's a big season for you of that, Leos. Don't be frightened by that. Be encouraged by that, because if you've been dealing with some heartache, some pain, some sorrow, this is at least moving you into an action-oriented energy. And then secrets being revealed to you, secrets finally coming out where you realize, okay, yeah, I do need to cleanse. Maybe how I'm attracting people, maybe the kind of people I've been attracting have always been secretive, holding back from me, keeping things from me. I don't really want to manifest that. So for our single and searching Leos, you know, you may want to take a look at that. Why is it that the kind of people that you may have been attracting as of late have always been like kind of withholding, secretive, or secrets being revealed that aren't so pleasant to deal with? Perhaps for some of you, probably a smaller minority of you, maybe you're harboring some secrets. Maybe as time goes on, things are coming up in your life that you're keeping from your partner or keeping from others in your life. So yeah, that is interesting. We'll see how that plays out in the rest of the cards. All right. What do Leos need to confront in the month of August in life, love, and abundance? What will they be facing, confronting, and dealing with at this onset of August? Our Leo friends, what are they working with and dealing with and confronting? Okay. Okay. Okay, so we have the Two of Candles, which is the Two of Wands with the numinous, or Two of Fire. I have to put these at the tippity top because usually I'm flying out cards. We have the Founder, which is the Emperor reversed. I feel like dealing with my reversals today, so we'll go with it. And then Explorer of Vials, Explorer of Cups. Okay. And next, what tools will Leos be utilizing or can they use to help them navigate the month and help them manifest what they need to manifest to have a good life? What tools? What tools? Okay. Ooh. The Diviner, the High Priestess. Yay. We like when the High Priestess comes into the tools position. All right. Any other tools, Spirit, that Leos can count on and utilize throughout the month of... Ten of Tomes. It came in reverse, but I'm intuitively called to kind of look at both aspects, you know, the light and the dark. And then one more tool. Oh, several more tools. Okay. Ooh. Okay. 10 of Bells, which is 10 of Wands. Okay. And 7 of Candles. All right. You've got some interesting tools, but you've got a lot of tools. Spirit is saying here, I'm here. Just lean into me, beautiful souls, because lean into your higher selves this month in August, because when you're cleansing and letting go, it's not always an easy process, but it's necessary. All right, what will happen? What are the outcome cards for Leos and life, love, and abundance for the month of August? What will they be letting go in August, and what will they be bringing forward into September? Oh, we have 2 of Vials, 2 of Cups. We'll see how it did come in reverse, but I'm going to read both aspects, or do both aspects. Mystic of Tomes. Mystic, I believe the mystics are the King of Pentacles. Ace of Bells. Okay. Creator, Queen of Bells, Queen of Swords. All right, this is an interesting reading. What life changes will Leos be facing in the month of August? What life changes? You are stronger than you know, my lovely Leos. And I probably will read from the guidebook on that one, because I actually like the guidebook for this Butterfly Oracle from Doreen Virtue. Any other messages, Spirit, about changes? 3. Oh. Healing from the past. Nice. All right. Okay. In terms of abundance, what's the abundance forecast for Leos, and how can they manifest more abundance in the month of August? For my Leo peeps. Okay, nice. We have God as your source. Successful funding. That's cool. I'll put you guys here. Hopefully you guys, you can't see it. I'll see if it'll fit. Oh, nope. I gotta have you in the frame. So, it's okay. I'll have them in the frame. Over here, kind of, sort of. We'll just pick up the pictures to show you, or the cards, I should say, not the pictures. Love. For our singled and coupled up Leos, what's going on in August, and what advice do you have for our Leo friends? Unrequited. I just learned I'm learning how to pronounce that word. I like it, but I don't like the meaning, and I don't really like how it sounds. Unrequited love. Any other messages for our singled or coupled up Leos for the month of August? Okay. And then finally, what do Leos need to surrender in order to help them in the month of August? Surrender negative thinking. All right. We got a lot to discuss, guys, so I hope you've got your beverage and you're all settled in, because this is going to be a big discussion, okay? I gotta put this where you can see it. I'm gonna squeeze it in here. I'm gonna squeeze you in there, because that's important. All right, let's dive on in. So like we were discussing earlier, there's a sense of letting go, cleansing, maybe a breakup. I get a sense that there's been a breakup, or you're healing from a breakup, but there's still remnants of the relationship where it's a back and forth from July going into August. For those who are in a back and forth situation. So I get a sense that it's going to be heavy on some of the Leo's minds. And the reason I say that is because we have the unrequited love card. It says there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. I'm going to read from the guidebook on this one, you guys, because this particular card has some poignant information that's important that we just need to talk about right off the bat. Here we go. Okay. This is to answer your relationship question. The person you're inquiring about has many qualities that you find attractive. However, there's not enough mutual attraction to create the passion you're seeking. This relationship is more like a cat and mouse chase, with one partner continually retreating and disappearing. Neither person enjoys this imbalance, and lack of chemistry is the reason. You may both share genuine love, which in itself can be a foundation for a long-term relationship. This card comes to you simply to help you understand the missing component, which you both can sense. Every relationship is a synergy of blended energies. You can't completely control the attraction factor, but you can override and steer it. Sometimes painful childhood experiences can draw you to unhealthy relationships as you recreate the original situation in an attempt to heal it. You can ask the angels for guidance to help you elevate your spiritual frequencies so that you attract a partner of a similar nature. You deserve to be in a relationship of mutual appreciation and attraction, so it's worth your time and effort to manifest one with these qualities. If you find yourself, folks, in those kind of unbalanced relationships where there's an imbalance in it, where you feel like you're giving your all and the partner is not returning it, it is time to let that relationship go. If it is meant to work out and be, that partner will come and ride out with you into the sunset. Okay? So right off the bat, Spirit was like, we just need to put that out on the table because there's too many cards discussing that. There's also a sense here with the reverse founder or the reverse emperor is that you have I get a sense that you have a difficult time letting go, surrendering, like bending, like sometimes you'll say one thing and then you completely go off into another direction because you simply want to go off in the other direction. Never mind what you had planned and what you were going to do and what boundaries you had set. You're just completely sometimes off the rails with that. And so it is confounding the person that you are trying to be with. They're not able to really deal with you and they're not really reciprocating your love, which is why the unrequited love card came up. For some of you though, we're just going to go ahead and talk about love for Leos in the beginning, in terms of like the initial what do we need to confront cards. For some of you Leos who are in relationships though, this card is saying give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. So for the coupled up ones, it may feel a little unbalanced, but again, there's this sense of you being kind of negative lately, kind of, maybe you're following politics too much. Maybe you have been, focusing on your past wounds too much. Maybe work has been tough. You've just been negative. You need to surrender negative thinking. This is your healing medicine. This is a part of your tool kit that you will have at your disposal, Leo, in the month of August. This is the advice card from Spirit. It's saying you have control over your thoughts. When negative thoughts surface, say thank you for sharing and quickly refocus on positive affirmations. Even if you are going through a breakup, you need to surrender negative thoughts about that person and about the situation and about your love life. you cannot manifest the love that you're trying to manifest from a negative place. Whether you're negative, it doesn't matter. If you're sad, it's just not going to happen like you want. It's just not. So you have to let that go. And for those who are in a relationship, and active relationship, you're going to start to push your partner away if you don't stop, engaging in negative thinking. Okay? So, here the cards came up. You are stronger than you know. This is another card that told me some people are dealing with breakups or about to be dealing with breakups. And then some of you are healing from the past. You're cleansing up some old wounds that may have been cycling and causing you to be in relationships with unavailable people, or be in relationships with people who always have secrets, who's always doing the most, just can't be faithful, just can't do what they need to do. You want to break that cycle, but in the month of August, there's going to be opportunities for you to work on that and heal that. Let's look at the guidebook for these cards, because I feel like there's some poignant messages that are going to come through for this deck. That is, you are stronger than you know. Okay, so it says, challenging situations show you your inner strength, especially when you seem to have no choice but to handle the matter directly. This card is encouraging you to keep going and to call upon the deep well of strength that God has given you. It is within you now, and you can draw it upward to serve you, like a tree drinking water through its roots. While you may feel like giving up, this is a time to persevere. It's a self-test, so that you can gauge how much strength you truly have. After the situation is resolved, you'll feel safer and more confident, because you'll know that you can rely upon yourself. Additional meanings could be strength training at the gym for some of you, finally asserting yourself and saying no more. I want a much more balanced relationship. Not backing down, fighting peacefully for your health and wellness and well-being, championing a cause. You are stronger than you know as you go and navigate through this process. Healing from the past. Let's see what that has to say. Healing the past. Healing from the past. That's interesting. In the book, the guidebook, it has healing the past, and then there's healing from the past on the cards. So this card comes to you because there's a recurring pattern that stems from hurt feelings in your past. It's time for you to change this pattern by facing and healing old emotional pain. You may feel tired of revisiting the same issues, yet believe that there's no other way. Additional meanings. Facing your feelings finally. Forgiveness, healing work. Leadership and activism, which is interesting. And I get a sense, that's why I said political things. Some of you Leos are going through, political emotional changes. I know I am. I can't imagine for anyone else who could not be fazed by what's going on. But you can't let it just take over your life either. Releasing emotional and physical weight. Donating old items. Letting go. Cleansing. Healing from the past. Healing old secrets that were holding you back and holding you down. And then finally we have the Explorer of Vials. Explorer of Cups. The Knight of Cups. Finally having some movement, momentum towards love, towards emotional balance and well-being, towards having an emotional connection with a new partner who kind of is like has a Cancer energy about himself. It's a summertime kind of love, even if this person comes in August, September-ish, it's that energy, like summer kind of love. So for the single ones, kind of be on the lookout for a partner who has that kind of light energy. But nevertheless, I get a sense more about you're finally, after you let go of some baggage and let go of people who like relationships that are not working for you, you're now going to have movement, forward momentum in your love life, finally. So be very happy about that. And so the tools that you have at your disposal is the High Priestess, the Diviner. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I get a sense that some of you are just like, when you're trying to be in a new relationship, you're putting it out all on the table, whether you got kids or not, whether you want kids or not. You want the person to know where you're coming from, when you're coming from, and how it needs to be. There's no air of mystery. The High Priestess, she doesn't have everything out on the table. In fact, her magic lies in what is in the unsaid and unknown. She thrives there. She is mystical. Men, and I guess I'm speaking to some female Leos here, and this could also be, spoken to men Leos. People in general are attracted to mystery. Don't put everything out on the table. That turns what could have been a passionate love, like we see in the Two of Candles, like what was probably first starting out in a potential relationship that went awry. It had the potential, it had the passion. It could have gone somewhere, but it didn't, because someone wasn't able to surrender, wasn't able to trust, wasn't able to stop calling too much, texting too much. Something happened, and so now you gotta have a do-over in your love life and start over with either someone new or with your partner that you had to end it with, but much later on. Perhaps they will come back later, but you need to focus on you right now, on your thought patterns, on healing from the past, on cleansing and letting go. That's what your focus needs to be on, Leo. On pulling in the mystery, being a little more mysterious, meditating, calling upon your inner stores, and then seeing how that, plays out. You don't have to lay it all on the table. You don't have to move the relationship along. It will go if it's meant to go. It will have its own energetic force where it's pushing along. If this partner is meant for you, that partner will equally push the relationship along just as you would. It's that simple. It is that simple. You don't need to force things in career, in life, in love. You don't need to force things. Okay, 10 of Wands had come reverse, but I want to talk about it as the tool in both, reverse and upright. So with the 10 of Wands, it's about finally being fulfilled. It is finally feeling a big sense of gratitude about all the resources that you were able to pull together, maybe perhaps for yourself, for your family, for a loved one. But nevertheless, you feel so fulfilled, so grateful, so inspired. You have been able to go off and build things in your home life, in your career, in your love life. Spirit is telling me to tell you that how you surrender the negative thinking is to remain in gratitude. There's a sense, because it was in reverse, there's a sense that you have not been doing that. You have not been really utilizing gratitude. Gratitude for being single, gratitude for being in a relationship, gratitude for what resources you do have. There's a sense of closing off and not really receiving what Spirit is trying to give you. There are other relationships that may be much more serving to you, but yet you focus on ones that are not giving to you. So I'm telling you the antidote to that, and the advice and the tool that you need to do is to remain in gratitude. Whenever you start to feel that negative slippage into negative thinking land, turn that around, go sit down with a piece of paper and a pen, and I want to hear from you if you try this. Sit down and write down 5 things that you're grateful for to outweigh that negative thought that had just entered your mind. You do that enough times, and your mind starts to do different things when the negative thought comes. You have to train yourself a little. The 10 of Bells is saying, hey, Leos, this is like the 10 of Swords. This is an ending and a new beginning about being more assertive, but more of an organic assertiveness. Not a like, I'm wounded and I have to protect myself. No, yeah, you're defending yourself. For some of you, this is literally like, I'm protesting. Like, You are out there in the field doing your thing. Continue to raise your voice, what Spirit is saying. It may not have anything to do with your love life, but continue to raise your voice. But also recognize that when it's time to rest, it's time to rest. 10 of Bells, though, tells me, yes, the worst has come, but the worst is now over, and it's now time to look to a new beginning. It may have been difficult mentally and challenging for you in August, but you are now facing a new beginning. And again, you need to carry gratitude about the situation, the relationship that's ending, the relationship that has ended, the job that you got fired from, or the job that you didn't get. Be grateful that you did not have it, and that a new beginning is upon you. One where you look how this person is strutting their stuff down the runway. They're confident. This is a new kind of confidence. This is a new kind of energy than what you were having before. 7 of Candles has evolved from the 2 of Candles. Now you have arrived. You know, people are recognizing you, recognizing your strength, recognizing that you are assertive and you will defend yourself and defend your causes, and you not set up appropriate boundaries with people and relationships, love and career. And you may find that people are setting up boundaries with you, but again, that's okay. It's time to have a shift into a new direction. We have the 2 of Vials in the Outcome card. So for the coupled up, giving your relationship a chance towards the end of the month, and what you'll be carrying into September is a renewed sense of reconnection with your partner, because you're going to be doing a lot of healing work, dealing with your past. You guys are finally going to be confronting secrets that have been really damaging your relationship. But now you're able to move forward. But you need to pull back and do some healing work, my lovely Leos. It's very important that you do so. For those who, here we have the Mystic of Tomes. This is in the what will you leave behind in August, what will you take forward. I get a sense you're going to take forward. At the end of this, you're not going to be so focused on love, but more focused on finding a mate. This is for my single ones. Finding a mate that's really solid, trustworthy, forthright, upfront, honest, vulnerable, authentic, puts it out there. He's open like a book. He's ready to be read by you. She's ready to be read by you. If you're, a male, trying to deal with a woman who's been emotionally unavailable, this is saying no. You're finally going to get clear about the kind of partner that you need going forward. For those who are in relationships, this is representing, if this is the kind of person that is in your life now, maybe you guys have been having some bumps along the way because you have been healing from the past, and you've also been dealing with some bull crap from your partner. So you're stronger than you know, but you need to give this relationship a chance, because this is a partner who really has your best interests at heart. And this is also a time for you that you will manifest some financial success finally, and you'll get some accolades, and you will build even some deeper and stronger roots for your future. Maybe some of you are finally, settling down. Some of you are, moving into your home, things of that nature. And then we have Ace of Bells. The Ace of Bells is breakthroughs and mental clarity going on for you, where you're now able to see things a lot more clearly than you did in the beginning of August. At the end of August, there's a lot of new beginnings in terms of you're able to see things for what they are and able to move forward quickly. And you're a little jaded with the Creator of Bells, the Queen of Swords. Not jaded in a bad way, but just like, you're a little bit more knowing better after going through what you went through in the month from the beginning to the middle to the end of August. And this could represent for some people, you finally getting that Queen of Swords energy about yourself, that I'm not going to have people hurting me because I've been hurt before. I've healed my past, and now I am no longer going to be someone that's going to just continue to lie down and get hurt. I'm going to be the queen and let people know that ain't happening. The Queen of Swords is not having it anymore. She's been through things. She's experienced things. This could be for man or woman. It doesn't have to be for, you know, just because it's the Queen of Swords, that doesn't, you know, it's man or woman. It doesn't matter. Sex doesn't matter with the reading. So finally, let's look at God is your source. This is your abundance forecast and guidance. Everything you need is supplied by the infinite source of God, and your faith opens the doorway to receive. In God, there is no lack or limitation. Rather, there is plenty of abundance for all to share. So again, surrendering that negative thought pattern is going to be very beneficial for you in terms of attracting new jobs and money. Successful funding. Your idea is divinely guided and supported by the same infinite wisdom of God that gave you the idea. Do not allow money concerns to prevent you from returning it into reality. Crowdfunding, partnerships, and other investments are available to you. Okay, so again, you've got some cool things going in the abundance track, like new opportunities coming, you know, maybe promotions at work, but the love area has been really on your forefront of your mind, but now is the time to finally let go, cleanse, and heal. Okay? All right, my lovely Leos, thank you so much for watching. Many, many blessings. I wish you a very blessed and prosperous August. Hi Virgos, this is Kim and I'm doing your Life, Love, and Abundance August reading. This time we're going to throw in some tarot. Normally we've been using as our main course the Mildred Payne, but this month I decided to change it up and bring in the Numinous Tarot as our main course. And of course we're still going to open the reading like we always do with the Dear Heart Oracle, checking in on the energies and frequencies going on for Virgos, both life and love. And let's just throw in an abundance too, Spirit. We're looking at the overarching overall energies for the month of August for our lovely Virgos. What's happening with our Virgos in terms of energetic stuff? Okay, we've got inspired, nice. Gratitude, lovely. And creativity, wow, okay. So we've got some things that are inspiring us in our today. Gratitude over who we are, over being inspired, over our creativity. Just a great time for you, lovely Virgos. Just really a great time of having inspired action. Look at the crystallized thoughts coming. They're actually manifesting. And she is both here and in her inspired self. And that's you too. You are both here in the physical, but also kind of living in your head, so to speak. Playing around with your dreams and aspirations. You have a lot to be grateful for. So Spirit is just inviting you to continue to live and move in gratitude, okay? And continue to explore your creative outlets, continue to get creative in life and love, and how you attract abundance. This is really good energetic energies flowing for you. So really take advantage of it this month. Really harness it. You're going to be feeling inspired, grateful, and creative throughout the month of August. I wish. We're in August. All right. We're going to do something similar like we do with the Mildred Payne, but we're going to do it with tarot. We are first asking, Spirit, what will Virgos be confronting in the month of August? What do they need to confront in the month of August? What's happening for them at the onset of August? Okay. Oh, I do have them upside down, I think. Maybe just these. And I'm sorry, guys. I'm like, did I shovel like that? I don't remember. We'll fix that. All right. So I'm going to do that again. Let's just give it one good shuffle so I make sure it's nice and shuffled, if you all don't mind. I normally shuffle them really good before we get started, which I thought I did, but apparently I saw a couple of cards and went, no, let's try this again. All right, for the month of August. And for the month of August, what will Virgos be confronting at the onset of the month in terms of life and love and abundance? Okay, 5 of Tomes, which is 5 of Pentacles. 2 of Bells. I'm like, okay, if I turn this over one more time. So weird. It's like insisting. Explorer of Bells, so nice. Alright. So this is at the onset of the month. I'll scoot this all the way up because it's going to be probably a big spread. Interesting. Okay. What tools will Virgos be utilizing in the month of August? What tools will they have at their disposal and will they be utilizing? 2 of Vials. Which is 2 of Cups, traditionally. What tools will Virgos have at their disposal? What will they be utilizing to help them navigate what they'll be confronting? What tools? Okay, the Founder, which is traditionally the Emperor. Any other tools, Spirit? Oh, yes. Creator of Bells, which is traditionally the Queen of Wands, or excuse me, not Wands, Queen of Swords. 2 of Bells is 2 of Swords. Explorer of Bells is Knight. All right. And then finally, what is the outcome card for the outcome cards for Virgos? What will Virgos be leaving behind in, in July, Spirit? And what will they be taking forward into September? What's the outcome cards for Virgos? What will they be leaving behind in August and taking forward into September? What are the outcome cards? Nice. We have Mystic of Vials, which is King of Cups. Okay. Oh, 2 kings. Mystic of Tomes. Pentacles. King of Pentacles. And then Queen of Pentacles. Wow. So yeah, you got some good stuff going on that you will be taking with you, taking on your journey with you into September. All right. Happy to see that. Next up, what life changes will be affecting Virgos in the month of August? What life changes will they be navigating? Dietary change. Let's see, any other changes for life changes for Virgos? Yes. Join in. Nice. Yep, like we were talking about earlier. Get inspired, get active. Time to join in. All right, so let's look at abundance. What is happening for abundance for our lovely Virgos, and what advice do you have? I'm going to shuffle this actually one good time just to make sure. That card said God is your source, and we do know that to be true. I think you guys are really acutely aware of that, considering these cards that came out, so I don't really have to state the obvious with you. But that was what the card that showed up, but that card came up in the last reading I did, and I don't want it to be something that was as a result of a poor shuffle. All right, so for abundance for the month of August, what's happening for Virgos, and what advice do you have for Virgos to bring and attract more abundance into their lives? For our Virgos. Did I say Libra? Virgos, Virgos. I'm all over the place today. What is going on? Today is July 23rd, and we are going through some serious planetary shifts right now, so I'll blame it on that. All right. Organize for success. See if there's any other messages. For August, what's happening in abundance for our lovely Virgos? And what advice do you have? Okay. We have organized for success, like I've mentioned, and then it is safe for you to receive. So we'll look into that. Put you guys over here. Make sure we have some room for every card. Okay. All right. Next up is love. What's happening for our single and coupled up Virgos for the month of August? And love. What's happening and what advice or what's to come? We'll take it all, Spirit. Thank you. We'll take it all. What's going on for our Virgos in love for August? Religious factors. It's interesting. Deception. Any other messages? Okay. Make the effort. We may be looking at guidebook for some of these, for the oracles at least, because I think there's going to be some key messages in that as well as my intuition. All right, religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. This could be for both our singled and coupled Virgos, which could explain the Five of Tombs. Make the effort. But first came deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. We'll explore what that's about. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. All right. Okay, I'm going to have to scoot my camera a smidge over so you guys can really bring it real close to me. I have room. Okay. And then finally, what does Virgo need to surrender in order to have a good month in August? What do they need to surrender? What do Virgos need to surrender? Surrender your belief in scarcity. Could be scarcity of money and time. So we'll put you here, I think. Might have room over here. Just make sure that it all fits in the frame. Okay, let's get started with the reading. Alrighty, so on the onset of August, we've got some Five of Tomes energy going on, Five of Pentacles. And you know, initially this could be some of you not feeling very secure, not feeling very safe in your finances, not feeling very creative or inspired or grateful, because this is in the forefront. While others of you are feeling kind of left out, or what's the words when you are, yeah, I guess left out, or when you're feeling not included, or when you feel like, you know, isolated, or you feel like ostracized, maybe by religious factors. Your love life is influenced by religious upbringing and spiritual path. So perhaps at the onset of August, you're running into some bumps and it worries you, like, okay, are you going to be able to get past this moment, and you will, of course, but it is at the onset of August that you kind of experience this. Some of you may experience feeling like that anywhere in the month of August, but many of you, it will be the beginning of August. There's a sense of scarcity thinking going on that I get from your energies collectively. It says here, surrender your belief in scarcity. The universe is asking you to open up to the infinite nature of abundance. In this way, you can remove blocks in your life and succeed beyond your wildest dreams. So how we move from a place of scarcity thinking and scarcity consciousness is by moving into inspire and gratitude consciousness. So I immerse myself with gratitude. On my way to work, I'm, speaking aloud in my car, all the things that I'm grateful for. On my way home, I'm doing the same thing. Some people write it down. Some people, put it in the form of a vision board. Some people visualize. Whatever the case may be, you need to start staying in a sense of gratitude, being grateful for what you do have, what has come to you. Maybe you don't have everything yet to cover all that you want to cover and all that you need to cover for your bills. But this state of gratitude is what brings more of what you want into your life. And so fortunately for you, Virgos, you get that down early versus later than like some people. So much so that you're able to move to a place more quickly in your abundance attraction, in your creativity attraction. It inspires you to make some dietary changes. Perhaps health is at the forefront of your mind, or you just feel the need to now maybe shift how you eat because you haven't been feeling so great. So now you want to explore eating a little bit better. So that's awesome. You're inspired in all areas of your life, not just finances, not just love, but in all areas of your life. And it's thereby really impacting your life in a very profound and positive way with just simple little changes like your diet and like implementing it every day, helping your family members and your lovers become better eaters. That's like your personal mission. As opposed to feeling left out, feeling not well, feeling you decide towards, like maybe the 5th, 6th, or 7th of the month that it's time to make a choice. 2 of Bells is about being confronted with maybe a little bit of indecision or undecidedness, but ultimately having to make a choice, having to choose something. And you decide, luckily for you, to choose to be in an inspired, grateful, creative kind of way. You decide to surrender your belief in scarcity. You decide to join in on activities, finally starting back up on some hobbies and activities that you kind of left to the wayside because you were constantly worried if you didn't have the time, money, or resources to do them. But now you realize that's just simply not the truth. You get clear on what is the truth. You forge straight ahead, you join in, you do activities, you organize for success. This card says, do not let the word organize intimidate you, as it is simply a way for you to ensure clarity of purpose. Organizing your thoughts, your reports, your living and workspace, and your finances will help you know and plan your next action steps. So this month, my dears, you are called to really organize in all areas of your life, to really understand that once things get clear, no matter where you are in your finances, your business planning, your career planning, whatever you need to organize for, even if it doesn't look so great now, once you organize, everything kind of kicks up a notch. Your ability to manifest your next level of success kicks up a notch. You start to have some Explorer of Bells moments going on. Explorer of Bells, or the Knight of Swords, is about forging ahead, having that mental agility and sometimes just, going full speed ahead without really giving it a lot of thought, a lot of forethought. But on the other hand, that's not always a bad thing. Sometimes you need to have that kind of headstrong, I'm going to just go ahead and do this. I'm going to make the dietary changes. I'm just going to see what happens. That may, of course, cause, you know, some like a little bit of issues in terms of like your, you know, maybe upset stomach or maybe just nerves. And like as you try to adjust to different ways of, you know, living, because everything's going to be kind of rapid in the month of August. But once you realize that's what's going on, then things just instantly start to get better for you. But that's that trial and error that comes. And that's where you're grateful. Like, wow, my body told me, didn't really like this food, or didn't like the way I was eating, or maybe I need to eat sooner, or maybe I need to eat later. You'll get some information. You will continue to be inspired to have creativity going towards every aspect of your life. When we realize our power as creative beings in every area of our life, things shift and change automatically. Also, Spirit is saying it is safe for you to receive, Virgos. The more you allow yourself to receive, the more resources you have available to share with others. Open your arms to receive and be a conduit for a good coming to you and through you. For good coming to you and through you, as it blesses the world, as it blesses you and as it blesses the world. This card is probably in conjunction with this and this. Surrender your belief in scarcity. Remember that it is always safe for you to receive, but in order to receive, you have to be able to put forth your own resources, your own money into the flows of energy, so that way it can come back to you. We cannot hoard things. We should not hoard things because we fear that we may not ever get it again. That's not really trusting, and that's not living in a place of inspired action and gratitude for what we have. We are, if we allow, we can have all our needs met and then some. But we often get in our own way, so we have to be careful about that. Some tools that you have 2 of vials, which is traditionally 2 of cups. So feeling the love, feeling the connection, feeling some kind of synergy going on between maybe you and your partner if you're in a relationship. If you are, and this card goes with this one, it says, make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So we have the 2 of cups or 2 of vials. And that tells me that this relationship, if you were wondering, for those who are in a relationship, this relationship is worth it. It is worth the effort. It just will, of course, take some effort to get through some of the issues that's going on. And speaking of some of the issues that's going on, let's look at the couples for a moment. There is some religious factors. It says your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path or your partner's. There's some deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. And then, of course, there's make the effort. Some people are maybe minimizing in the relationship, minimizing how important their religious beliefs or their spiritual beliefs are. And as a result, that's giving a false mask to your partner if it's you. If it's you, maybe your partner, maybe it's the roles are reversed and it's your partner who's wearing a false mask, but really hiding how important religious factors and, you know, that religion or spirituality is to them. And it's now time to get clear on and be honest and be authentic. This relationship is worth the effort to work past knocking off those masks and getting to both of your authentic selves. If it's you that's been hiding certain things about how you've been feeling about, you know, religious factors or spirituality, it is now safe for you to, you know, let that be known, and you will be okay. You will be further connected to your partner because they will be able to really feel and see the real you. You can't wear a false mask and hope for an authentic connection. It just cannot work. Nor can you tolerate people in your life who wear false masks if you desire an authentic and honest relationship. Okay? So that's very important to know, that if you also, for those who are dating, it is important to get clear on the fact that if you're not feeling 2 of cups where there's like a budding of love that could be possibly growing, and you feel it reciprocated. If you don't feel that it's reciprocated, you feel like maybe there's a false mask going on, or maybe someone's not being totally upfront with you. Don't ignore the warning signs. Listen to it. Really, get clear about whether or not you want to proceed forward with this person. Sometimes we put on false masks because we don't know any better or any other way. So we don't always want to just throw a relationship away because of that. But once the false mask is knocked off, and depending on how the person reacts and moves after that, whether it's you or the other person, is what will dictate if the relationship will sustain or not, or if there's even a possibility for a relationship to happen if you're just getting to know someone. So that's important to know. No, Bishop. Shh, Bishop. No. Oh my gosh. Sorry, guys. Bishop, come here. Bishop, come here. This is ridiculous. Bishop, I don't even see what he's barking at. All right, I might have to pause this so I can get my dog. Bishop, come here now. Oh my Lord. Sorry guys, I'm yelling in this microphone. Anyways, like I was saying, but nevertheless, if you are encountering someone who is new to you and a false mask was knocked off, this card is saying it's still worth the effort to get to know them, to maybe consider just letting that go. But from here forward, you just make a point to yourself that, you want to be authentic in every aspect of your life. All right, guys, I didn't want to continue to yell into your ear as I'm trying to get my dog's attention from across the room. So, I'm back. Anyway, so like I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, is that, it's okay. Now, for those who there's no prospects right now, again, you need to get clear about your spirituality, so that way when you encounter the next person that you will be encountering, you will be clear about what's important to you and what you're not willing to compromise on, so you don't waste time, nor do you feel compelled to wear a false mask. I get a sense that some of you, regardless of the advice that I'm giving now, will still find yourselves doing that, where you'll encounter someone and maybe they reveal before you get a chance to about their own spiritual beliefs, their own religious beliefs, and you feel kind of a certain kind of way about revealing who you are and what you're about. That's telling, don't do that. You want to not put on a false mask, because you'll have to continue to wear it until it comes off. And you don't want to be in a relationship that has false masks on the onset. All right, so now let's talk about what's coming up as far as like what you will be taking or leaving. And I don't really get a sense that you'll be leaving really anything in August, and I think you'll be taking everything with you in September, because these are good things to take along for the journey, joining in on your activities and your on what you wish to do. Let's look at join in. I wanted to look at that. I like that. Let's see. You are being called to push past shyness and meet new people. Although you might not think of yourself as sociable, it's time to take action and get acquainted with like-minded friends and associates. Your social fears stem from spending time with insensitive people, and you'll benefit from connecting with gentle and kind individuals like yourself. You received this card because in order to meet these new friends, you'll need to join in. That means literally joining in an in-person, not online or virtual class or group, so that you can network with others. I will go ahead and say that you can go ahead and have some friends online, but bonus points if you're able to actually make some face-to-face physical contacts and connections. Joining in also entails introducing yourself at these groups and having conversations. This positive change in your social life will open new doors for you in other areas, like your love life. So for those who are single, joining in and getting back into your inspired creativity will definitely open some doors, and you're going to meet someone. And when you meet someone, a religious factor is going to come up. I discourage you from trying to either withhold information or outright kind of fudge the truth. Don't do that. All right, additional meanings. Do charity work, join a spiritual or religious group aligned with your beliefs, which is interestingly enough coming up. Commit to a relationship. Join in on a relationship that's before you. Make the effort. It's worth it. And we know this to be true because of the Mystic of the Vials. Mystic of Vials, Mystic or King of Cups, says you'll finally, at the end of the month and moving into September, you'll have so much emotional fulfillment. Your emotions will be balanced. You won't be all over the place. You won't be indecisive. You'll just know. You'll know that you're on your right path. You're living on purpose. You're doing great. You're loving your life. You're loving the people in your life. And you're loving the love that is entering or is in your life. That's powerful. And so that's why I see beautiful things going on here in terms of the overall energies of the month for you. And the Mystic of Tomes also says, hey, in the beginning, you started off with a little bit of scarcity thinking. Even if it was based on fears alone and not even really rooted in truth, you still had some scarcity thinking that you needed to surrender. But by the end of the month, it shows that you surrender it and you are able to move on. And you're able to move on, not just move on. No, you're gaining success. You're gaining prosperity that can happen from following some passions and pursuits. It may take you a while to get to where you're trying to go, because this is the King of Pentacles, and Pentacles is something that takes a while to manifest. But nevertheless, this card says success. So success in love and in life. And finally, we have Creator of Tomes, Creator or Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles says, hey, you not only are inspired, you're not only grateful, but you actually created. You actually created physical things. You participated in your hobbies. You participated in exploring new relationships, whether it's platonic or whether it's romantic. And you end up having successes as a result of putting yourself out there, taking that initiative, taking inspired action, following your grateful heart, and doing things in a creative way that only you can. When we start to live on purpose and we start to live in our creative home where we are just safe and happy and it's safe for you to receive, when we start to be that Queen of Pentacles, everything comes so easily and effortlessly. Money comes easily and effortlessly because your work doesn't feel like work. Love comes easily and effortlessly because you're operating from a place of gratitude and you are moving by inspired action. You're listening to your intuition and following where you should go next. You're living your authentic self and you're expecting your partner to show up the same way. It's a different way of living and being that will forever change the course of your life. This month, August, is going to definitely be life-changing for you in terms of you starting to live from your authentic, creative, and inspired self. You starting to organize for success, whether it's starting new businesses, going back to school, whether it's, if you are a business owner or you are in school, you will organize for success and be successful, as we see. If you are, as far as your career goes, you will start to organize, and it'll take a little while in the beginning. It'll be hard going when you first get started. By the end of the month, you will have achieved what you had set out to do at the beginning of the month. And I will have to say that it looks like a very blessed time for you. So I wish all of my Virgo friends much love, an abundant and loving August, and I thank you so much for watching. See you all in the next video.